Good evening. I'm handling this course project together with you, and I'm Webembes Moses. I'm handling Senior 2 history class. My class has 61 students, single sex, because I'm in school, which is a single sex school. The school is called St. Mary's Seminary, Vilka, in Fort Portal. My students are well behaved and they are average students, and they are in between the age of adolescence, because the age bracket is 14 to 17. Of course, they sometimes become stubborn because of the age, but you know how to handle them. There is a student with a difficulty in the eyes, because his eyes do not see well, especially when he reads a lot, and he's helped out during. I encourage him to join group discussions, and they help him out. Another student has a challenge with writing his personal notes, and I always encourage him to bring his book so that he is encouraged to write his notes for another class. They are good listeners, and this one is exhibited when you see them asking questions. They see that they understand, and they also are good at expressing themselves, because they are able to communicate. In section B, we are looking at general objectives. One, students will be able to understand and appreciate the colonial administration systems in Uganda. Objective number 2 is students will be able to understand and recognize the economic conditions before and after the colonial, after the introduction of colonial economy. Objective number 3, students will be able to know and appreciate the reasons why East Africa was involved in the world wars. In section C, we'll look at specific learning objectives, how they correspond to general objectives, and the time dedicated to them, to each specific learning objective. Number 1, we look at students will identify the reasons for different types of colonial administration in East Africa, as seen through each student contributing some of the reasons in class. This will take 3 hours, converted in percentage, 12.5% of class time. That is week 1 and general objective 1. I cite another example of specific learning objective. Number D, students will explain the features of colonial economy in East Africa through think, pair, and share results that will be provided in class. It will take us for 1.5 hours, converted percentage 6.25 of the class time, week 4 and general objective 2. And the rest of the objectives, specific learning objectives, as indicated here, can also be explained the same way. Section B requires me to see how formative assessment strategy is done. I use think, pair, share. Think, pair, share strategy is a great way to gather information about the level of understanding of the students. It is a very simple one for me to use. I always ask questions and students write down their answers. And while in their pairs, students discuss their responses. I then move around the classroom, different groups, listening and also trying to help them to have effective discussions. And then this method helps students also in gaining valuable insight into levels of understanding. After sharing, then the students also share their answers to the whole class. And the other methods and strategies include strategy questioning and the discussions. Then we go for section E, summative assessment. This is when we draw a table of specifications and want to see how to design our work or share our work. And as the table is given here, we look at the percentage, we look at the time spent, and we look at the nature of the question, whether it will be the lower level or higher level. And for senior 2, I will basically use lower level. So the total time that I have for this course is, as you see, down here it is 1,440 minutes. And so I divide it accordingly. The specific learning objectives that I give much time is where the questions will come. For instance, look at day 9. I dedicated 80 minutes development of industry in South Africa. So the percentage is 5.5, and I have a question there, and many other questions. As you may see, I have several of them because I dedicated much time to some specific objectives, because there will be questions asked there. Then end of unit exam, of course, based on the table of specification up there, I have 7 questions, and in 7 questions, I require my students to answer 4 questions. Time of the exam will be 2 hours, meaning that each question will take 30 minutes. I only consider my the other 2 students who have issues, I will add them 30 minutes. And the marking guide is just here. As you can see, each question has its marking guide to help me not to give marks anyhow. It must correspond to what I expect from each learner. And then marking rubric, we may see that how I am going to mark them. Introduction, 3 marks, and this is how it is divided. The body takes 20 marks, and you see the one who answers with the highest expectation gets 20 marks, and the one who answers just gives the outline questions just gets 5 marks, as explained here. The conclusion also takes 2 marks, depending on how a student has connected the question and the conclusion. Reliability and validity is all about whether my questions are based on the specific learning objectives, but also corresponding to general objectives. And therefore, the question set in the end of term exam must match with the specific learning objectives. Then this will help me to make a valid decision that students mastered or never understood the content through their approach. Finally, section about self-assessment. I have learned a good amount from this course project, this coursework, and the activities, and I cherish the teaching that was given to me, because I have learned how to manage time and how to calculate my time well during the term and basing on the work. Thank you. God bless you.